And a warm welcome back. Today on the bench is a, where do you call it, what is it, Weller TCP soldering iron, but it's a 45 watt jobby, but it's a 50 volt version, unlike these are usually 24 volts, and this is because this is an old British Telecom post office version that was used for soldering on their rack sort of system, which used to have a 50 volt sort of takeoff thing. Yeah, I didn't describe that very well, but anyway. So it's the usual problem with these. They're great irons and all that, but when they go wrong they're a bit of a sod. So how these work is the temperature control. Right, where's me bits? The temperature control is all done with like a little magnet on the end of the soldering bit thing, and then that magnetizes. There's a rod inside here, so at the moment that is magnetic, and that is magnetizing the rod in there. Let's see if I can show you. I don't know if you'll be able to see. See, they're just off to the left hand side. There's like a rod. When I do that, I don't know if you can see the, don't know if you can, see if we can get it closer. Don't know if you can see the rod moving. And what that does, that lifts these two little contacts. Right, managed to get it in. So as you can see, now this little assembly here, see, that moves up and down, not by that much, and then there are two contacts there that go obviously to our power. That little, it's a very simple switch, switches, and then that turns the heating element on. So it's just a simple switch. So what happens over time, these contacts, very hard to show you, these contacts become carbonized, and so to clean them off you just use a bit of acetone or something like that on a bit of cardboard. I mean, don't use bloody sandpaper and they'll clean up. In this case they were quite carbonized, so I used one of these fibre pens to clean those up. However, when I came to do this obviously was floating about. That is supposed to be stuck on there. I mean, how else can it switch if not? So what should happen is if I energize it, can you see that going up and down? Yeah. So I stuck it in that position. Sorry, I stuck it in that position, which meant that it was always on. So now I've got to stick it in the proper position and hope it stays stuck. So I managed to get the TCP iron switch to work. That'll stop. That should go off in a minute, but you can't see it for the glare, can you? Right, there we go. Just feeding it 47 volts from the Variac. 47 volts AC, that is. So what I did, I stuck it, but it also stuck to the tube inside, so I just had to sort of gently free that off. Right, it was working the other day. Is it calling me a liar? I think it's just heating up. Uno momento, por favor. There we go, switched. Unswitched. It's still a bit iffy in there. Switched. Right, yeah, it's still a bit iffy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop a bit of oil in that. That's working now. I think there's still a bit of glue in there. So I'm going to pour a bit of, tiny little bit of oil down the tube there, just to act as a barrier between the glue, because I think what is happening is it's getting hot, and until it gets at a certain temperature, the glue is sort of a bit sticky, and then I think it, you know, just releases. However, whether that means that it's going to work in future, I don't know. Oh, and now comes the real fun bit. Getting these things back together and back into the handle tube is an absolute nightmare. But last time when I did it, it just went in. Sometimes you can try about 4 or 5 different times. I'll show you in a minute when it's all back together. Let me just turn it off. And so this time I marked everything, so hopefully it'll all go in without any hassle. Right, back in a minute. Well, there we are, all back together with the earth lead on. But you can see like the construction is a bit iffy, and there's like a little box held on which pushes that down there, which, you know, makes sure that it's in contact with the tip, which goes in there. Yeah, I can feel that, you see. And then now this should go back in there. I've marked it there. As you can see, I've marked, oh, you can't, marked it there, and then there. So let me see if that's going to go back. So we've got it. See what I mean? It's tricky swine to get in. See if I put that. See if I put that in like that, it ain't going to go. Fucking thing. Really is a stupid bloody thing. Right, so you got like this to line up. Alright, we'll try that. Right, now this is telling me that that should just go straight in. It did last time. It's like your first time having sex, but a lot more complicated this is. Fucking hell. See, that's got it. It went in there last time, just. Right, well that. No, that feels like that's forced. See, and then as you're pushing that, so you can't see, as you're pushing that, then it comes out these two little stupid holes here. It's a daft, cheap-arsed blinking system. Right, and that, oh God, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Right, I'll try that one. Was it because of that? Yeah, there'll be hours of this. Hours of fun. Try, ah, there we go. Hoo-hoo! Has that gone in? Yes. Ish. But I can feel, look. Right. Trying to do this around the fucking camera as well. So what's blocking it now then? They come out of them holes. No, they're in there. Hole's beard. Right, and that's got a. Hold on. Swivel that round a bit. I think this spring has got something to do with it. Right there. Try. Where are we? Where's my mark? Right, now it's fallen to bits again. See, them things have come out the hole. So, more hours, yeah, hours and hours of fun for all the family. Bring your kids, bring your missus, let them have a go. Right, well that's it, finally back together. It seems to be working okay, thank goodness. However, I have been here quite a few times before, about 4 or 5 times I've done this. Thought it worked, didn't. But that seems to be working, and it is. thank goodness. The big downside to these soldering irons is the spares. If your heating element goes, it's about 50 quid, same for the switch. And these barrels, yeah, I don't know, 30 quid or something stupid like that. And the tips that you get nowadays that are made in Mexico, I think, are absolute shit. They last in no time at all. So if you do get one of these irons, say it's a car boot or something like that, get yourself some tips from eBay, old ones. Try and, you know, make sure they're old tips, and then you should be good for a bit of soldering until the switch needs cleaning next time. And then here we go again, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, thanks for watching all. Take care of yourselves. Ta-da for now.